Time to roll up our sleeves here. The excesses of the holiday season are kind of winding down now. Renewal and reality right around the corner. Dr. Liza Egboya is here with us, and you're going to talk to us a little bit about kind of ways we can kind of get off on our best foot here for 2019.
Because we want to go into 2019 fresh, so we want to combat any anxiety or stress and leave that behind in 2018. And it's a big thing because 73% of Canadians, working Canadians aged 20 to 65, report suffering from anxiety. So 73%, that's a huge number.
And so for some people that just kind of happens all the time, like anxiety is part of who they are. Exactly. And for some people it's just that little bit of like
daily
turnover.
Stresses, and you know, we have busy lives, we have a lot to deal with, family stresses, work stresses. So we have some easy ways for you to alleviate some of that stress and anxiety.
So we're going to keep talking, but we're going to start working through these poses. So you've got a list of 5, I think it's 5 poses here that we can do kind of anywhere.
Absolutely.
All right.
So normally you would want to be doing these barefoot or in sneakers. I'm doing them in the Dr. Liza booty because they actually feel and function like sneakers. So, so the first pose we're going to do is actually the tree pose. Okay. So you just want to take one leg.
Yes.
And then you want to balance it up in front of your hip. And then you want to rest your other hand in front of your chest.
Center. Wow. So far, so good.
Yeah, and so the great thing with
all that sugar hasn't thrown me off too badly.
Exactly, and you'll notice that you really have to focus for this one. So when you're focusing with a balancing pose, it's helping to control your thoughts, so you won't be as anxious or as stressed.
Gives you something to direct your energy into.
Exactly.
Now you've shared these with a number of business, big celebrities, that kind of thing too. So like, what's the value in some of these?
Well, the thing is, if we are stressed, there was a recent study that came out that showed stress and anxiety actually lead to other diseases, like cardiovascular disease. It can increase your chance of chronic diseases. So it's not just about your mental health, but it's also about your physical health as well. And if you are focused and you're less anxious and less stressed, you're actually going to be able to work better. You're going to be better in your relationships as well. Sure. So let's add another one on.
Let's keep going. We don't want to miss out on this.
So the next one we're going to do is something called the toppling tree. So to do this, you're going to have, you might topple. So you have your arms over your head. Okay. You're going to step forward. Yep. And then you're just slowly going to bend forward. Oh, you're doing it better than me today.
Well, so far, so good.
There we go. So then you're just holding this for about 10 seconds. Yep. Taking some deep breaths in, and this is actually one of the most balancing poses because to prevent yourself from toppling, you focus your mind, you work your core, and you only hold it for 10 seconds, and going into the new year, this pose actually helps boost your metabolism, burn some calories too. Yeah,
well, my holiday self-loathing is at a peak right now. So so moving on to the third pose.
Okay, so the next one, this is an easy forward bend. So for lots of us who work at a desk or work at a computer, our shoulders go in.
Up, nerd neck.
Yeah, so we want to add in, we want to interlock our hands behind our back, and then we just want to slowly bend forward. And then as you're doing this, you're going to feel blood rushing to your head. With that blood rushing to your head, we're helping to activate the relaxing part of our parasympathetic nervous system. That's going to really help calm us. It's going to help calm the nerves. It's going to give you a nice glow.
I was going to say, so that's normal, these feelings I'm experiencing right now.
Exactly, and the next one actually does the same thing as well. So this is the eagle pose. So you're going to bend. You're going to interlock your arms.
Oh, this could be problematic.
Or you can just hug yourself.
Put the camera on her.
And then you're going to put one leg over the other and tuck it behind your calf. There you go.
Wow.
So what this does, it's a compression pose. So by doing this, we're helping to activate our parasympathetic nervous system. And that's the system that makes us calm, slow down, and relax, as opposed to our sympathetic, which is our fight or flight that gets us on edge.
Now, with these poses, I know we're doing them kind of on one side, but I presume that, like, with tree pose, we started with our left leg.
Absolutely.
So
we want to do those on both sides.
So all these, if it's one-sided, then we swap them out.
Exactly.
Okay. And so big number 5, we saved the best for last?
My favorite pose is the corpse pose. So to do this, we just lie down on our mats.
Oh, I might be good at this one. This could be the one.
And then our palms are facing forward, legs lightly apart.
Great place to end the segment.
And you can just close your eyes and do some deep breathing.
Oh, that's good. Wow.
See, don't you feel more relaxed and less anxious already?
Well, because the active poses, I had a lot of concern about a wardrobe malfunction, so...
You can't malfunction this pose.
Yeah, this feels very safe to me. This feels very safe.
Yeah, so you just want to hang out in this pose as long as possible. Some people use this pose to meditate, and some people use it to focus on their deep breathing. So at least 10 slow breaths.
I try to get about 8 hours of this pose in every day.
So that's awesome.
Yeah. But in seriousness though, like these are things that we can do like in our office, our workplace. Maybe I'll sit up here for a moment. But these are things we can do in our office, our workplace. You can kind of fit it into your regular life.
You can do them throughout the day. I wouldn't do this one at work in particular, but the other poses are great to do during breaks. Even if you're standing and waiting.
Might depend on the workplace.
Yeah, exactly. If you're standing waiting for something to cook, you can go into tree pose. If you get up from your desk, you can go into a forward fold. So if you can try and incorporate these poses throughout your day, you'll feel a lot better.
Yeah, and again, just to get back to what you talked about with anxiety, they're just things that kind of that just force you to put your attention in a direction. I know I've heard some people talk about anxiety. They say they start looking for a reason for why, and sometimes it just is. And
yeah, and sometimes it's just an overstimulation of our mind because we're dealing with so much, and it's it's a lot related to stress as well. So a lot of yoga and these poses is about mindfulness. So it's taking the time away so those overactive thoughts will just calm and you're focusing on something else. Because a lot of anxiousness is worry, right?
Well, I feel better about the show already.
Yeah.
Dr. Liza, sorry, I'm going to let you run through this here. So we can find you online at Dr. Liza Egboya.
Yep.com.
And or on Facebook, you're also there, or on Twitter.
Or Instagram, it's all Dr. Liza, yeah, everywhere.
So I didn't want to be too presumptuous. Listen, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, and thanks for doing a great job.